So let's start with probably one of the most important questions that I want you to think about. Why must students prepare for these tests, for the GAT and the SAAT test? So first of all, let's agree again. GAT is a قدرات, but in English, it's called GAT, General Aptitude Test. Okay? It's the exact same thing. It's done by the exact same people. اللي هو مركز قياس. Okay, however, they give you the chance, the option to do the test either in English or in Arabic. So because we assume that you guys, because you are from international schools, so you probably are looking for the test in English. So that's why we're doing this. The GAT is قدرات in English. SAAT is التحصيلي in English. Okay? SAAT is التحصيلي in English. SAAT stands for Scholastic Achievement Admission Test. Okay, يعني اختبار التحصيلي. Basically, they test how much you have learned in these scientific subjects اللي بنتكلم عنها. We will talk about it shortly. Now, please pay attention. SAAT is different than the SAT that is required for the American educational institutes or universities. يعني SAT is for American universities. هذا موضوع ثاني تماما. SAAT is what we are talking about tonight. Okay? Now, why are these tests important? Why are we making a big fuss out of this? It's because your admission in a Saudi university most likely will rely heavily on your score in these tests. As you can see in the illustration here, between you and your admission, there are some hurdles, right? You are already doing a great job, I am sure, in your school GPA. But your school GPA only constitutes 10 to 30% of your admission decision. يعني they have something called a weighted average or a weighted formula. The weight of the GAT score and the weight of the SAAT scores are higher than that of the school GPA. And I will show you some examples. Okay? يعني if you look at, for example, KFUBM اللي هي جامعة الملك فهد للبترول والمعادن. I'm sure you have heard of it. Maybe some of you aspire to be admitted in it. طبعا KFUBM, there are different tracks for you to get into KFUBM. يعني في أكثر من طريقة تدخل فيها في KFUBM. But the standard track, like everyone else, after you graduate from high school, you want to apply to KFUBM. Imagine that the school GPA is only 10% of your admission decision. They look at 50% of your evaluation will be based on your score in GAT and 40% on your score of SAT. طبعا these numbers can fluctuate a little bit, but it has been the case يعني more or less 5%, 10% different for years. It has been the case. طيب, so please, this is very important. يعني a lot of students, they do a great job in their academic years, but they don't pay enough attention to SAT and GAT. And guys, we have been doing this for several years. يعني I tell you, I know what we're talking about if I tell you that a lot of students are actually not aware of the criticality of these tests. And therefore, what do? They don't hear much about it, so they just tend to postpone or not to prepare well, or maybe leave it altogether thinking it's optional. And I have seen cases upon cases, even in my own family, in my extended family, I have some nephews, some nieces who did this mistake. This is another example, King Abdulaziz University, up to 50% GAT, up to 30% SAAT. What else? This is the detailed. يعني in King Abdulaziz, you see, it depends على الميجر. It depends on the major, but all of them require تحصيلي قدرات, and therefore. In King Saud University, it's 25-25. Princess Noura, it's 30-40. يعني all universities خلاص, this is how universities structure their admission decision. I think I made the point. So what are some of the challenges that are faced by international school students? I already spoke about one, which is the lack of awareness. يعني they don't, some of them, inshallah, not all of you, يعني inshallah none of you حتى, لكن honestly, some of the students are not aware of the importance of these tests and how to prepare for these tests. طيب? So this is why we are doing this session. The second thing is the lack of resources. يعني, okay, let's say a student learned about the criticality, the importance, the crucial status of SAAT and the GAT. يلا, I want to study. They go to Jarir bookstore. They only see one or two titles that can help them prepare. If you go to the Arabic section, you will see dozens of Qudurat and Tahsili books. I think you agree with me. I'm sure you had the same observation. صح ولا لا? So this is an issue. The third issue is lack of courses, or even we can say lack of good courses. And you want to take a good course, there aren't many in the market. So the student ends up either not aware, or even if he or she are aware, يعني they don't see that many resources to help them. And this is inshallah a couple of these gaps all these gaps we're gonna close them today. طيب, now let's look at the SAAT test نفسه. Let's go and do a little bit of a deep dive into what this SAAT test is about. يعني is it like قدرات? Is it like tricky questions? Is it like quizzes? It tests my smartness. What exactly is this test about? So, first of all, you need to know that the SAAT test measures the achievement level according to the university study readiness standards. In a nutshell, in summary, they are testing how much did you learn in the science subjects. التحصيل حقك, how much did you learn. انت قد ايش استفدت, قد ايش تعلمت من المواد هذه. We will see this very shortly. طيب, maybe this slide is better. I don't know why I have these two slides. Yes, sorry. This slide is better. So it measures the achievement level in accordance with university student readiness. يعني basically what you have learned. In what subjects طيب? وش المواد اللي they are testing me on? What subjects are they testing me on? Biology, chemistry, physics, and mathematics. What you have learned in the 10th, 11th, and 12th grades in these four subjects is the content of the test. طيب, obviously, if I'm going to test people on the 10th, 11th, and 12th, guess which year you will be tested? Of course, you will be tested in your 12th grade year. Okay? So therefore, unlike GAT, القدرات, where 11th and 12th year students can apply for the test, for the SAAT, only the 12th graders can apply and take the test. Okay? Now, in your final year in academia, in your 12th grade, you will be given two chances to take the test. Usually, this is done in May. Every year in May, you will see they will allow you to do the test twice, and only twice, and only in May. What does this tell you? Is it gonna be a smart idea if I don't prepare now and wait until والله I do the first test? Let me see. If I'm good, خلاص, I don't need to prepare. If I'm not good, I will study for the second chance. This is not smart, because the second chance will be only a few days after the first chance. You will not have enough time to study 4 subjects in a few days. Believe it or not, some students unfortunately do this. So what is the best thing to do to prepare for this test? The best thing to do to prepare for this test is to start early. Start early. Okay? If you start early, you will be able to grasp and revise and remember and practice the concepts in all these 4 subjects, inshallah. The duration of the test is 2.5 hours, and of course, you will not be allowed to use a calculator. طيب. The questions, this is just a rough estimate. Almost 50% of the questions come from the 12th grade year, our curriculum. About 30% come from the 11th grade and 20% come from the 10th grade. Now, I want to say that the questions will be coming from the Saudi curriculum. يعني, some international schools, they make sure that their curriculum covers all the science concepts and lessons in the Saudi curriculum. However, if your international school curriculum does not do that, guess what you need to do? You need to proactively identify your gaps and learn them on your own. Okay? فإنشاءالله يعني, I hope that your school is already taking care of this and making sure your curriculum is perfect and covers all these concepts اللي في الكurriculum السعودي. If not, you will need to really close the gap. We are talking about your future here. So yes, we have to go an extra mile. ماشي؟ طيب. The total number of questions is 110 questions, and as I said, calculators are not allowed. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about some very important tips to help you prepare for the SAAT. Let's look at them one by one, okay? First of all, the first thing you need to do is not to go and study all the textbooks one by one. The best thing to do is to go through tajmi'at or previous questions that did appear in the test before. This is one of the best advice that will save you a lot of time. A lot of time. Some students, they think, oh my God, now I have to study 4 subjects times 3 years. Yeah, I don't know how many books. God help us. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. You can heavily rely on the questions in the tajmi'at. Tajmi'at means collections or the questions that were collected from previous tests. Some students, they share these questions after they do the test, and people collected them, and they are good material for preparation. Okay? Another thing you will probably want to do is to memorize the formula, okay, that you will need in answering these questions. يعني in physics, in math, I think even in chemistry, there are some formulas that you will need to memorize so that you can do quickly يعني answer the questions and you can do well in the test. And I have very, very amazing news صراحة for you. If you just hold on a little bit about this point, the formulas. I think you're gonna love us after I show you what I have in mind. Okay, when it comes to the formulas. طيب. I need you to know also that this is not a test that is designed to be extremely challenging. يعني it's mostly going to ask you about the simple pieces of information that you supposedly learned during your studies in the secondary school. So you don't need, you should not expect extremely tricky questions or like GAT. GAT is a test for your ability. It tests your smartness, if you will. If we say lay questions, lay words. But in the SAAT case, no, it's not the case. You will need just to be aware, memorizing, and understanding simply the concepts that you have learned during your academic year. طيب. Number 4, if you know how to answer a question directly, just do it. Don't think too much. Don't think, okay, what is the trick? Maybe they are tricking me here or there. Most likely it is a straightforward question. Another thing is to keep track of your time, obviously. Now, I know that it is in May, يعني you probably will not remember all what I'm telling you now, but I hope this slide remains with you. You take a screenshot of it, you remember it. Yes, this is a time-bound test, and you need to be mindful and aware of your time. Otherwise, you might run out of it. طبعا you can almost always eliminate 2 or more choices. Why is this piece important? Sometimes you face a question that you don't know the answer to. That doesn't mean you should just choose any answer and go. At least spend a little bit of time to eliminate the choices that are clearly obvious to you that are not correct choices. يعني أنت you don't know what the answer is, but you know that 2 out of these 4 choices are not good. So at least eliminate them. Don't choose one of them. Okay? طيب. Last, do not leave any question unanswered at all. يعني خلاص, now you exhausted all your ability, at least circle one of these options حتى you don't have يعني zero, guaranteed zero. At least try it. طيب, let's take a look at some sample questions and then we see how to prepare. Okay? Let's see if this works. Oh, wait, hold on. The sample questions will come after this, just so that you know, this is an example of the math questions. And the math questions, they are, as I said, they're just recalling facts and basic concepts. All you have to do is to remember this fact, have one type of the math questions. The second type of math questions is you know the information, يعني you know the law, you know the equation, but they will put it for you in a new situation. The majority of the questions in math come from the second type. The majority of the questions, they come from the second type, and sometimes they will ask you to draw connections among 2 different ideas. طيب, maybe the examples that we will see now, inshallah, will help us understand. Can you hear it? If you cannot hear it, please tell me.
أستاذ محمد ما في صوت.
طيب, I don't know why. Wait.
Yeah, it's an easy one, yeah? It's
Can you hear it now?
موجود لكن ضعيف، إذا ممكن ترفع الصوت.
Wait. Can you remind me, Kauthar, how I can share a sound? This one, صح?
ثواني
easy one.
ثواني.
Yes.
إيه الآن
Do you see how
واضح.
easy? Here is a problem here. This is from تجميعات, okay? It says the center of the circle. Well, what do you think the answer is? This is from all tests. They asking for the center of the circle. To be able to join an institution here in Saudi Arabia, like college and universities. This is from all tests. They asking for the center of the circle. Is it A, B, C, or D? Yeah, it's an easy one. Yeah, it's an easy one. Yes. Do you see how easy? This is an easy problem. Why? Because we just have to recall facts. I know fact that. What's the fact I know is this. This is the general formula for the circle. Yes? The center H goes with X with the opposite sign. K goes with Y with the opposite sign. Yes? So in this case, this is H, so this is going to be 2. This is a +1. I take it with the opposite sign, -1. So this is the answer. So this is one type of a problem in a test where if you know the fact, just do it. No calculation. If you know it, it's gonna take you, I don't know, less than 10 seconds. Okay? Sorry. So this is one type of the problem of the test. Is it hard? Let me know, guys, before I move on to the next one. Is it hard? No, easy. So this is what gives you, okay, so now I can see one type of the problems. Now, so this is one. This is the second one. Okay, so this is the second one where you have to know what's this, what's this, and what's the question. So you have to know matrices first. Then also you have to know that the first component is equal, since there is an equal sign, has to be the same as the first component. And the second component has to be the same as the second, third the same as the third, fourth the same as the fourth, because there is an equal sign. Yes? Yes? So
guys, when you see the question, try to answer it immediately. So I know it's a recording, but we are looking at your engagement. So go ahead and answer while he is explaining.
if I ask you what's the value of x, what's the answer? Is it just an easy problem? Yes, the answer is, since it's in this place, it has to be the same as x, so the answer is -3. Easy? I just have to recall some facts and basic concepts. This is from Tajmi'at, all Tajmi'at. Are we good? So this gives you an insight. Okay, so the test is not really that hard. Okay, so we don't have to prepare. No, I'm talking about the simplest type of problems. Now, let's just move on to the second one, the most of the problems, which is this one. Before I talk about the problem, here is one problem. It says, how many roots are there? So if I ask you how many roots, what's the answer? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Yes, the answer, as you're just saying, oh, it's not 4. This is 1, this is 2, this is a 3, yeah? There are like 3 roots, isn't it? So how to find roots? So this is important. The roots is how, okay? Yeah, because this is the test, as I have said at the beginning, it's from the public high school curriculum, okay? It's the public high school curriculum. Okay, so if you see here, whenever the graph cross the x-axis, there is a root. So how many times the graph have crossed the x-axis? 1, 2, 3, isn't it? Didn't you guys see it? So in this case, we have 3 solutions. Some of you call them solutions, some of you call them roots. Okay, so maybe the difference here is the terminology. Okay, so whenever the graph touches across the x-axis, there is a root, there is a solution. Now, here is a problem here where you have to, as we say, use information in a new situation. Okay, so the question, this is from all Tajmi'at. It says one of the following is a factor. Now, pay attention. Okay, 1 is roots, second is factor, 3 is solution. These 3 words are different, but you can use them at the same content. Okay, so the word roots, factor, solution. So if I go back here, okay, for this one, so this is the x-axis. So when the graph touch the x-axis, what's y? because this is y. What's the value of y here? What's the value of y? Let me make sure that we're at the same page. Is it 1? Is the value? Yes, 0. So the value of y here is 0. So, okay. So a factor, we would have a factor if this is, which is y, has to be 0. Yes or no? We would have a factor if this is 0. So if we plug in one of the numbers here, if we plug in one of these numbers, we'll get a 0. If we get a 0, then this is a factor. Make sense? If you plug in numbers, either you plug in 1, like in this case, x is 1. In this case, x, you plug in 2. In this case, x is -1. In this case, x is -2. So this is the second type of a problem, okay? Which is when you have to use information in a new situation. How? You know that a factor, when you plug in a number, you'll get a 0. Yes? So you see all these choices. So you start, okay, so which one will give me a 0? Yes? Which one will give me a 0? I've seen that some, they say B and D. Let's just try then B first. So when we plug in B, we plug in 2. So let's just calculate f at 2. F2 is going to be 8, because this is going to be 2 to the third power. This is going to be 4, -12. Yes, this is 0. Then the answer is B, and we're done. Now, this is the most type of a problem in the test, where there is an idea, you have to use it in a new situation. Simple and easy. Now, what do you guys think of this type of problem? Is it really, really hard? Is it really lengthy where you have to go through lines of solution? It's easy. Now, I have to be honest with you. It's not challenging, wala. It's not a tricky nisma. It's just you have to prepare well for the test. That's it. Once you prepare well nisma for the test, okay, and you see these type of problems and you exercise, you would say, okay, the test is easy, because you may have the same old ones from old tests, and they won't change the idea. The idea is going to be just, they're going to tweak the problem a little bit, but the idea is going to be there. Okay, so this is the most problems. Now, let's just then move to the third one. This is the third one, which is you have to draw connections among ideas. This is what where students, they call it the hard ones, okay? This is the hard problems, but there are like a few of them. Maybe you would have 2 or 3 problems in math, 2 or 3 in chemistry, 2 or 3, and so on for the other subjects. Make sense? Make sense, you guys? So don't only focus for the hard ones. Most of the test is easy, simple, no lengthy computation, but you have to prepare well. Okay? And if you want to prepare well, you have to find a good way to prepare, a good source to take the information from. Okay? Now, for this problem here, this is where we call it the hard one. No, there is no calculator, Ghala. You can't use calculator. Now, you have to solve this one. So this is, you have to draw connections. How? This is an equation where there is a sine function. So in this case, I'll assume, pay attention, I'll assume x to be sine theta. So that's why we say this is, you have to draw connections, because this is from tajmi'at. Now, if I assume x to be sine, isn't the equation is going to be 2x squared plus x equal to 1? Let me just see if you guys seeing what's going on. No, you can't use calculator. Yes, so yes, since I take sine and put x instead of sine. Okay, so this is the harder problems of the test. Okay, where you have to draw connections, but they're like, as I just few. 2 or 3 only in each section. Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm actually not sure what the answer is, but I can see you guys saying it's 30. But I really don't know exactly the answer to this question. The idea we wanted to demonstrate to you, however, is that there are different styles, different types of questions. As Mr. Hassan, by the way, we'll have to say good words about Mr. Hassan, Allah ya'til afiyah. He's the one who will teach the math section. These are the 3 types of math problems as he illustrated, right? Wait, this thing is still. We have recall facts and basic content, use information in new situation, and draw connections among ideas. The issue is, even though you might have heard him saying that the questions might not tend to be extremely challenging, maybe there are just a few really challenging questions. Remember, ya shabab, remember that we are talking about very high competition when it comes to applying to universities. So if you are good enough to do, like, let's say 90 or 88 in SAAT, then why don't you go and prepare fully to get a 100 or 98 or 99 so that you improve your chances in getting admitted? Somebody was asking in the chat today, are the questions always this easy? No. So there will be a difference between those who prepared and those who did not.
Here is a
Like,
problem.
hold on, Mr. Hassan. Okay. So now let's learn on what we can do to prepare, or what do we need to do to prepare for the SAAT test. Okay. What do we need to do to prepare? So first of all, there are 3 main sources we believe that you can leverage, that you can learn from. One of them is books. Obviously, there are some good books out there. We will share with you our recommendations. There are tajmi'at, collections of questions, and there are courses, obviously. So let's take a look at some of these. When it comes to books, we recommend either Zama or Kosher, but I really think that Zama is really, I think Zama is better. Let's say it as blunt as that. I think Zama is better in terms of books. So if my daughter will come and ask me, Father, I want to buy a book to prepare for SAT, I would recommend Zama. All right? They have done a few versions already, several years doing this, and they have improved year in, year out. Right. The other thing is called tajmi'at, and this is where the good news I told you. How much is the book? ما أدري, يمكن 100, 150, something like that. Okay. When it comes to tajmi'at, we have prepared a few free documents for you. You don't need to register in our courses to get these. We will give them to you today. We have prepared some tajmi'at for you for biology, math, chemistry, and physics. Are these tajmi'at going to be enough? I don't think so. No. You cannot over prepare. You cannot over prepare. You need to prepare as hard as you can. So just a few questions and some tajmi'at, I don't think this is going to be enough. But are they good to give you good preparation, a good start? Yes, as a good start, yes, I agree. طيب. Riham is asking about Zama 2025. Yes, it is. I think it is good. I don't know if they will change it much for next year. طيب. We also prepared in Merkazlin, we prepared for you files that have all the SAAT laws that come in the SAAT test. خلاص جهزناها لكم. We summarized it for you. It is all for free. You can take it, use it today. And you can share it with your friends, absolutely fine. Okay? And I'm going to show them to you if you don't mind. Just give me a second. I have actually opened some of these files already. عسى عاد ما يضيعنا يفتح على طول. Okay. Look يا جماعة الخير. This is an SAT mathematics laws. It's like 8 pages. كل القوانين, all the laws in mathematics that you will need, كلها ملخصة لك for you, for free. Same thing for chemistry. Okay. Hey guys, and I participated in designing this, so tell me if it's nice, tell me it is nice. I want to hear some compliments. Okay. طبعا in addition to a really good panel of teachers, يعني I didn't really write the concept, but I designed between them. طيب. This is for physics. I don't think you will find this anywhere, honestly. يعني the work that we have done to prepare this and keep it for free, I don't think we have seen this anywhere. Okay, so you can take this tonight to start preparing for it. التجميعات, this is the تجميعات book I was telling you about. We have prepared يعني good number of تجميعات for physics, for math, for biology. كلها for free. إن شاء الله you can leverage them. We also provided طبعا the correct answer and a bit of explanation on how to correct answer came. يعني helping you figure out. مو بس نقول لك answer is A or B. يعني we try a little bit to give you a tip on why the answer was so and so. ماشي؟ طيب. We also did a preparation plan. يعني بعض الطلاب, some students like to study on their own. We gave them preparation or study plan. When do I study concept so and so in physics, in math, in أحياء, in biology, and so on and so on. هذا برضه for free. And I'm not sure if this is not easy to read, I'm sorry. لكن شايفين اللون الأخضر هذا, the green, the yellow, and the red. This is saying that there are different tracks. يعني some students, they like to take 2 months to prepare. Some students 1 month. Some students, هذول الله يهديهم, اللي they procrastinate. We have prepared the emergency preparation track. يعني how to prepare in just, I think, 30 days or 14 days بعد. هذا ما أدري كيف بيخلص 14 days. طيب, يلا take a screenshot of this. All of this material is free for you. You can go and download it tonight if you want. طيب, يلا quickly take a screenshot حتى نكمل. تمام. If you take a screenshot, tell me yes, I did, or عشان أكمل. Yeah, where can we get this, the PDF? هذه هي الكود يا شباب. Somebody was asking. طيب, now let's talk about courses. We are a training center, so we offer courses. Okay. If you are interested in preparing for an SAAT through our course, we are happy to tell you what our course is about. First of all, our course, why do you think our course is the best? Because first of all, it is accredited. يعني this means that there are government institutions supervising, overseeing our activities. Our courses are accredited. There are others who don't have this accreditation and they claim that they can prepare you. And we are talking about your future here. So up to you if you want to risk it or not. Our trainers' experience, I am so proud of it. By the way, guys, my number one quality check in the training center is the following. I want to create courses that I can confidently send my children to. And this is what I am doing. I create courses and I send my children only to my courses, at least in the subjects that we are offering. Okay? And alhamdulillah, it has been working beautifully. So our trainers are experienced. We have thousands of questions. The SAAT course حقنا فيه thousands of questions explained. For early preparation, okay. If let's say, طبعا obviously you can see, I'm gonna give you an offer today في discount وكذا. Let's say you decided to take the course or register in the course tonight and benefit from the discount. Immediately, you will be able to access the recordings of the previous course that we delivered, except for physics, because physics we are revamping it. طيب. So you will be able tonight to start math, you will see all the course by Mr. Hassan, you will see Ms. Manar, Miss Rana, all of them will be teaching يعني الريكوردينج حقهم كل التيتشنج حقه موجود هنا. This is an excellent opportunity for you to start early if you are excited. Not only this, for review, we will keep the recording of the course even after you attend with us the course live. طبعا احنا بنخليك تحضر الكورس live معانا. But we are saying that the recording will be in your account for 6 months. يعني until you are completely done with the حتى more than 6 months معناها. Until you are completely done with the test. بعد ما يخلص التست we disconnect the courses. لكن you can have the course in your account, study it whenever you want. Okay. طبعا in addition to our manuals. يعني أنا لو أوريكم المانيوال هنا عساه يفتح بعد ما يدوخني. Okay, thank you. شوفوا مثلا البيولوجي. Okay. Control home. هذا كورس البيولوجي. المانيوال حقنا شوف كم صفحة يعني فيه هذا كورس البيولوجي ما لا يقل عن 1000 سؤال. طبعا في شرح في البداية ونذكرك في الكورسز we explain to you the concepts and then we go through tons of questions that we believe did appear before. Okay, so it really helps in preparing you. ماشي؟ طيب نجي الآن إلى maybe you can look this course card later. هذه فيها تفاصيل نفس اللي شرحتها. A lot of students, thanks to Allah, a lot of students have benefited from our courses in the 90s, a lot of success stories that maybe you can even see.
صراحة ولله أقول الحق، تواصلت معكم في أكثر من دورة ولله الحمد. وصل ولدي لمرحلة دخول الجامعة في أعلى المراتب بموزونة ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله. يعني بما أعطيتوه من أسئلة ومراجعات ودورات ويعني جميع الأشياء سواء كان في القدرات أو سواء في التحصيل. فأشكركم جزيل الشكر من المديرة إلى المدرسين والمشاركين في كل شيء وأتمنى.
I was saying that we have this offer for you. The course will start on December 7th for 24 days. Okay. Every day there will be like about 2 hours. Our regular fee is 1,500, but we have a very special discount for you today, which is 1,125. Kautar, if I may ask you, how many days is the discount?
2 days. 48
hours. طيب يعني in 2 nights خلاص really you will see the discount going. فأنت you have these 2 nights if you are interested. This is a 25% discount. We rarely جدا نعطي 25%. لكن we are early now, so we want to. The second thing I want to say, and I'm honest, we do stop registration when we reach the limit. يعني yes, we sometimes tell students يا جماعة sorry we cannot have you. Maybe you can wait for the next one or something. But if you are really considering, do act now. تمام؟ حتى إن شاء الله نتوفق ونخدمكم ويكون الكورس مفيد لكم. Also, we have the GAT اللي هو القدرات. We have 2 courses في القدرات in the GAT. One for 2 courses, one foundation and one called advanced. The foundation is if you did not do قدرات before or you did before قدرات but you did not score well, you can do GAT foundation. But if you are Darfur and you did a great job in your first attempt, طيب, and you want to really improve your score, wallahi, this course, we designed it very carefully. 800 advanced questions. Inshallah, it will really up your game. طبعا كلهم بالأسعار حقتهم مع الخصم. This one, 690. After discount again for 2 nights, it will be 621. This one is 697. It will be 627. تقريبا 10% الخصم. Okay. More than that, if you act now, you can take the SAAT bundle اللي هي GAT Foundation قدرات التأسيسية and SAAT. Instead of the 2,190, you will only pay 1,699. وهذه اسمها SAAT bundle. Some students prefer it because they like to take both of them. طيب. And I'm going to keep the slide here and I will open the floor for questions. I am very sorry if I took maybe a bit longer than I should, but we have, inshallah, more than about 10 minutes for questions. And if you want a little bit more, I'm available here with the team. Yalla, tell me, guys, what questions do you have? The discount will end on Wednesday, يعني? Yes, the discount will end Wednesday night. Okay. Sorry guys, I was really mute. I cannot hear you. صحيح كان المايك طافي عندي. طيب. Somebody is asking, I have Zama 2025. I think I answered this. You can use the Zama 2025, but if they have really big improvements for 2026, why not use it? This is your future. Even if there is a chance that you will get 1 or 2% more, why not? طيب, how about GAT test? Yes, we have explained the GAT test in another session. It is already recorded. You can send us WhatsApp message and we will share it with you. I am in grade 11. Do you recommend I join SAT now? No, Fatima, I don't recommend you join an SAT now. You can join it next year. For now, what I recommend for you, Fatima, is to study as hard as you can to get a higher grade in GAT. This is your biggest challenge in 11th grade. Okay? Okay, somebody is asking, the recording will be sent, right? Yes, we will share with you the recording of the session. When do you recommend to start to study SAT? Immediately, from now. يعني you can start now, but you can go an easy road. يعني don't make it an obsession, 3 hours a day from now. No, but you can start from now. And if you do take the course with us, I think you will have an excellent preparation. بحول الله. طيب, I never took the Saudi syllabus. It is not expected to be extremely different, but there might be some differences, ya Ammar. Okay? It's not going to be extreme. Here is one thing I recommend to you, Ammar. This is an excellent question. What you can do is go to Jarir and take the Zama SAAT book and just flip through it. You don't need to buy it. Just flip through it. See if these are the topics that you have studied in your IGs and in your international school. Okay, so that's the best way. Will it be difficult for me to study for the SAT? It will not, inshallah, be difficult, but you need to study. يعني زي ما قال Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan said that mostly the questions will be easy, but if you don't know the equation, if you don't know the piece of information, even the easy question will not be solvable for you. Okay? When is the SAT and is there a book? Oh, somebody just came. Rimas, SAT, it will be the test in May, inshallah. There are two opportunities for you, two times to take the test, 2 chances. And is there a book explaining the biology concepts? Yes. You can either take the Zama book or you can take our course in which we explain, I think, way more than 1,000 biology questions. I am in grade, طبعا لما أقول 1,000 don't be scared. يعني we really go through them at a good pace and we finish the course on time. Don't worry. I am in 12th grade and I didn't attend GAT and SAT. Can I only rely on course books and lectures? No. I always recommend that the students couple their preparation. I want them to couple a course with a good book. A book alone is risky because usually the teacher explains to you tricks and skills to answer the questions, and that's only in a course. And a course alone is not enough because no matter how lengthy and how comprehensive the course is, you will probably see more questions in a book. So again, this is your future, Tabab. This is your future. This is where you should do both. You will thank me later. Okay. What is considered high grade for GAT SAT? 100. both are out of 100 يا جواب. And there are a lot of students who score 100 in both. I'm sorry, what's the course for the second level? Al-Bandari, can you repeat your question, please? طيب. Whoa, Zain, you're asking me a lot of questions. طيب, let's look at them. All 4 subjects in the same day? Yes, you will be tested on all 4 subjects on the same day. Okay. Somebody is asking, for biology, is there a law or concept book? There are no laws in biology. يعني ما في قواعد equations like math and physics. We asked our biology teacher, they said they don't need to have one. طيب. What is SAAT? SAAT, somebody is asking, obviously they maybe attended a bit later. SAAT is التحصيلي in English. Scholastic Achievement Admission Test. طيب, I'm going to take your question, Zain. If I take a SAAT test in King Fahd University, will they allow us to apply for other colleges, or is that SAAT test? No. The SAAT test in KFUBM is only for KFUBM. It's unique for KFUBM. I'm not sure about the computer-based. طيب. How long will the course be? The course will be 24 days. طبعا we take 1 day off for the weekend. So 6 days, 1 day off, 6 days, 1 day off, and so on, and 4 weeks. Every day we do 2 hours. If you skip a day, that's okay, because the recording will be in your account. You can come back to it at night, tomorrow, it's okay. How many questions does SAT exam? I think I have mentioned this, like 110. Is there any breaks during the test? I don't know, but I think so. I don't know, Sarah. I'm not sure about this one. Is the test computer-based? No, I think it's paper-based. Is the GAT recording from where can I see it? Again, Abdullah, you can WhatsApp us and we will share with you the recording link. It's already in YouTube. So we make pieces free. I am in grade 10. I think I'm almost about to be done with time. I'm in grade 10. Should I start studying for both GAT? No. In grade 10, the best time for you to start preparing for GAT and Najd. Forget about SAT now. You can think about it in your 12th grade. طيب. Shabab, did I miss any question? I still have maybe like 1 minute max. Come on, tell me, did I miss any question? I want to make sure I help as much as possible. How long will the SAT exam be? It will be 2.5 hours. طيب يا شباب, I want to reiterate again my appreciation of your eagerness to learn and to prepare for this test. We have shared with you the free material link, and we will in the WhatsApp group share it again for the SAT course. And I have one humble request. Okay? Please do share this course ad with your friends if you believe that there is value of it for your friends. And you if you are interested, please join us. We will be happy to help you. Nora, ask your question again. Nora, just because they come very quickly, these questions. طيب, فهذا الاد for SAT. If you want to do GAT or GAT advanced, if you missed any of these links, عادي, just WhatsApp us and we will be happy to help you. Yalla, last question. Is the only course you have at December only? No. We do offer courses later for SAAT, but this is our first course for this season. Okay? And I recommend people start earlier. Okay, it's up to you. You want to delay it, we will be happy to help you later. But my recommendation as a daughter of mine, I'll tell you, go and start as early as possible. لأنه يا شباب, when it comes to the 12th grade, you have no idea how stressful it is for some students in the months of March, April, and May. A lot of work is required from them. Some students prepare for CBC, برنامج أرامكو. Some students, they want to take IELTS عشان ما أدري ابتعاث. Some students, they of course have to do SAAT, some students want to improve their GAT score in addition to your classwork. Wallahi, it's a lot. So the earlier, the better. And it's up to you. We will be happy to serve you here or there. يعطيكم العافية وشكرا جزيلا لكم. Apologies, I took 1 or 2 more minutes. We'll be happy to, inshallah, serve you in the course or any other way. Thank you very much and good night.